What would make one of the most controversial conservative figures in America, a man who once ran one of the most watched right-wing podcasts, step down from one of the highest law enforcement jobs in the country? Today we're unpacking Dan Bongino leaving FBI, the explosive reasons behind his resignation, and what it means for the future of the Bureau, justice, and American politics. Dan Bongino, yes, the same Dan Bongino who dominated conservative media for years, was appointed by President Donald Trump in March 2025 as the FBI's deputy director, the Bureau's number 2 position. But unlike most deputy directors who rise through decades of FBI experience, Bongino came straight from law enforcement and media, having served in the NYPD, the U.S. Secret Service, and then as a conservative commentator. For months there was speculation that Bongino's time at the FBI was unstable. Insiders reported clashes between him and the Department of Justice over how to handle sensitive investigative matters, especially involving the heavily politicized Jeffrey Epstein files. Then, on December 17, 2025, Bongino confirmed what many had been guessing: he is stepping down from the FBI in January 2026. In a message posted on social media platform X, he thanked President Trump, Attorney General Bondi, and FBI Director Kash Patel for the opportunity to serve with purpose, and hinted that his next chapter could lead him back to the conservative media spotlight he once dominated. President Trump praised Bongino's service and publicly suggested that he likely wants to go back to his show, a clear reference to his long-standing podcasting and political commentary work. But Dan Bongino leaving FBI isn't just about a career move. His tenure was marked by drama. Bongino's outspoken past, including the spread of conspiracy theories related to events such as the January 6 Capitol attack and the Epstein investigation, followed him into his FBI role. That history drew criticism both inside and outside the Bureau and ultimately made it difficult for him to reconcile his media persona with the responsibilities of leading a federal law enforcement agency. Internally, Bongino and Patel shifted FBI priorities toward issues like immigration enforcement and launched reviews of long-standing cases, including the pipe bombs found outside both party headquarters on January 5, 2021. But these changes also contributed to low morale among career agents and sparked legal challenges from within the ranks. Another flashpoint was Bongino's long-running fight over the Jeffrey Epstein case, where he often publicly disagreed with DOJ decisions and clashed with Attorney General Bondi over transparency. Reports from earlier in the year detailed moments where Bongino threatened to quit and even skipped work amid those fights, foreshadowing today's announcement. So what does Dan Bongino leaving FBI mean going forward? For Trump loyalists, his departure may feel like a loss of aggressive reform in the Bureau. For critics, it represents a relief that traditional FBI leadership may regain some stability. But one thing is clear: Bongino's brief and controversial tenure has amplified tensions around how much politics should influence America's top law enforcement agency. As he prepares to exit the FBI and possibly return to the media arena, the questions remain: will Bongino continue shaping political discourse from outside the agency? And how will his exit impact the FBI under Trump's leadership? If you want to understand the future of federal law enforcement and political divides in America, this story is far from over.